I don't want to see him impeached. I want to see him in prison.
On this Memorial Day, as our nation honors its unbroken line of fallen heroes, I see many of them in the audience here today.
We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that.
CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person.
I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news.
everyone. This is Jazz, your friendly computer assistant, and the producer of this ridiculous show. Well, before we get started, we have a couple of rules to go over. Absolutely no doxing anyone, and no threats at all. Also, no talking about anyone's children. Other than that, have a great time. And now, the one you've all been waiting for, the Jew with all the shekels. Your host, Steve Pinder.
Well, hello everybody and good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? You see we got a pretty good start to this evening already. Let me go in. I'm going to say a quick hi to everybody. Everybody in the chat. Hey, Roy, Ian Bear, Yuki, Safety Man, Andrew J, Scooter's here, Teresa the Kid, Eric Johnson, how's it going? Sergeant Peterson. Let's see. Eggman Eggs is in the house. Pastor Jack is here. How's it going, Jack? Mr. Rass Harass. How's it going? Greta, my favorite Hawaiian, is here. Miko Max. Mindbender. Vicky's Videos. How's it going? Andrew Kelly is in the house. Greta, thank you so much for that super chat. Brian King is here. Ozark Hillbilly, I'm so glad you're here, Ozark. I think you're going to enjoy this one. I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. Last night, I got some really, really amazing news, and it's just living proof who my hero is. But I have to say this before I begin this stream, and my daughter is going to be on this stream, and there's a reason. Guys, you know that we all heard the news. You know, it kind of hit home when my daughter had relapsed, and I have to tell you this, and the reason why I titled the stream this is God shows off a lot. He really does. He really, really shows off, and I love it when God shows off because he does wonderful things. But I'm not going to tell you any news. I'm going to let my daughter share this news with you, and hopefully she can unmute her microphone now, and I can switch the cameras over to have her on camera with me. Are you unmuted yet?
I think so.
Okay, let me go ahead and switch the camera over. Okay, everybody, this is my daughter, Samantha. When we were talking about...
Hi.
When we were talking about, basically, you know, what she had gone through when she was a child, everybody knows the book that we wrote together, and we've actually done streams on that on the air here. So, your phone keeps beeping. But anyway,
I know because
that's okay.
I left my charger. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm not worried about it. But the really cool thing is, like I said, you know, she survived what a lot of kids didn't when she was diagnosed at 9 years old. But I'm going to let her just talk. Samantha, why don't you just tell them what you went through when you were a child?
So back in 2002, I was diagnosed with T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which are fancy words for it's like you have cancer. And not only did I get one cancer that was completely rare, but I got two at the same time. And it was 5% rare in the world to have those two types together at that time. And for 6 months leading up to that, they constantly questioned why I was so sick. And then when they finally found what it was, it covered 98% of my body with a 5-pound tumor on my heart that was crushing my windpipe. And I went into complete renal failure within being at the hospital for 24 hours. I will never forget. I still have like vivid dreams of it to this day. I was in the ICU room and I was completely unconscious and woke up and on my knees and looked out the window. And my mom had asked me, "What do you see?" And I said, "Angels." And she had asked, "My size or your size?" And I said, "My size." And then instantly, and the machine started beeping again. Long story short, they pretty much told my parents there was nothing that they could do and that they just needed to accept what was going on. That, you know, will make her comfortable. And little did everybody know that Sam's a bigger fighter than we thought. And so anyway, you're allowed to be in ICU. We had a whole week in there worshiping, and it was crazy because I remember my pastor praying over my chest, laying hands on me, and I had tubes coming out of every place. And 2 days later, the doctor went into my ICU room and he did scans, and he's like, "This was for when you got here. This is today." And the tumor was gone. It was just completely just obliterated. There was nothing. And then, you know, so that was the best. Anyway, after going through 2.5 year treatment, I finally successfully, you know, was so-called in remission and good to go and go on with my happy life. But during my teenage years, I struggled. I constantly had health issues amongst health issues, secondary cancers, and at times wasn't on medication. I missed out on a lot and had to grow in ways that many kids shouldn't, but it also just pushed me and made me who I am today. So anyway, oh, my other miracle, so like I was never supposed to have kids, and they told me you're in menopause, you will never ever ever have children, and if you do ever by the act of God conceive a child, your heart will not support a pregnancy. And I was in the hospital, I was in sepsis and almost into a coma, and the doctors were just, just pushing and pushing, and I went 3 different operations while I was there, was on a morphine drip, and a week later I got out of the hospital, I'm still having all these symptoms. I go to the doctor, he goes, well, either your cervical cancer is back or you're pregnant. And that's when I found out I was 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant. Jeff said. And I went into cardiac arrest when he was 6 months in gestation and when I delivered him as well. But he was meant to be here, and so was I. Yep. And all that. So that happened. And then recently, I had gotten really good checkups from my doctors. I was doing really good. I was feeling great. And I went ahead and got the surgery to get my portacath taken out. And I realized I just really didn't recover from that surgery. And I started rapidly losing weight, just multiple plus just horrible symptoms. And long story short, the doctor like, yes, you have in fact traps, that just something happened with lymphoma, it can flare up. And I was just, shell shocked. I didn't understand. I've been through so much in my life, and for the first time I believed I was getting better, have this operation to get this portacath taken out. Why would God say, here's this amazing miracle, you've been through all of this, you've gone this far, and I'm going to give you this son, and then I'm going to put you through this and take it all away? And I questioned him, and my faith at that time was just really rocky, and but I still in a sense needed that comfort of prayer. Even though I wasn't praying myself or seeing God the way that I needed to with my heart, I knew that I just needed to ask the people of my village to pray for me. Mm-hmm. And so when I was told that I had cancer and I had relapsed, that's what I did. I knew my heart wasn't in the right place, but there was a lot of people amongst me that were, and that could do the job for me. And so I'm ready to go and start treatment. I'm, still experiencing all these just horrible symptoms. I was in the hospital. My kidneys were starting to fail, and it was like I was reliving 9 years old all over again. And then everything started getting a little bit better. And every time something got better, it was a significant time where a friend or a family member really spoke into my life, or somebody was saying, I'm praying for you. And anyway, so I had my doctor's appointment yesterday, completely expecting, this is when we're going to start treatment. This is what's going on, and this is the same doctor that not even 4 weeks ago told me, this is it, you have relapsed, like based on everything that I see in front of me, you lost a third of your body weight within 6 months, your lab scans, everything. And then even when I was in the hospital, 3 weeks ago, it showed. And he has the labs in front of him and he goes, yeah, you don't have cancer. You're okay, but your iron's low. So it was definitely, it just put me in place with my faith, but also just, it felt like I could breathe again. And honestly, sometimes I feel like we get so wrapped up in worry and thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do next? Of the unknown. And you have to just sometimes let go. You have to understand that you don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know what's going to happen, but you have to have that faith, whatever it may be in, that you're going to get through it. Because, good Lord, if I ain't living testament to that, then I don't know what is. So, yeah.
Miko Max, on her current relapse, I don't believe you had any treatment, did you, Samantha? No. See, she received no treatment and it disappeared. So, this is why I say I love it when God shows off. So, and I've watched God show off through my daughter for a long time.
So I did not receive any treatment because I was in the hospital. It delayed everything. It actually delayed the scans that the doctor needed in order to diagnose me. And I ended up getting those scans while I was in the hospital, which showed lymphoma.
No, it wasn't.
It's just,
yeah, they're saying Dr. Era. No, it wasn't Dr. Era. 2 doctors verified this. So it wasn't Dr. Era. I mean, it is what it is. This has been recorded to happen quite a bit where something's there and then it's not. So I know there's a lot of non-believers in the chat, and I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. So
yeah, like I, in no means am I like trying to like push my faith on anybody. Like I believe what I believe, and you can believe whatever you believe. Cool.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I'm a Bible thumper, and I'm not going to shove it down your throat. So it's all good. If you want to believe that it was science or air, by all means, or maybe my body did exactly what it was supposed to do and heal itself. If that's what you want to believe and that finds comfort in your little world, I'm all game. Like, I'm good. So
yeah. So, but see, I remember now everybody here that's in there, a lot of people in the chat that were here when we were doing fundraisers, and I played the audio for the book me and my daughter wrote together, and everybody saw it. Some people ordered the book and things like that. And people don't realize when I saw this, I saw her go through this. That book, I painted a lot of those pictures at her bedside in the hospital. I mean, I watched this girl take something that was such a terrible thing to happen to anybody, and I watched this little 9-year-old girl grow up faster than she should have. She never got the childhood everyone else had. She never got that. She instantly had to act like an adult, and it kind of didn't that affect you in many ways? I mean, I remember you in your early teenager years where it really, really bothered you that you never had that childhood.
Sorry, my phone's like about to die and I'm trying to find a charger.
Sorry.
But yes, no, it's okay. I think my parents like I go get it and act again, and I can totally answer your questions. I apologize to you and like all the peoples in the chat or whatever.
Would it be easier if we stopped the video and you called me back on the phone?
Yeah, that's fine too.
We could do that. Why don't you try to call me back on the phone and I can put you through that way? So if
okay,
you know,
I totally apologize.
No. I mean, I knew your situation where you are, the internet's terrible. Okay, so I know that. So yeah, trying to get this kind of connection, it's just not good. So yeah, why don't you call me back on the phone and we'll put you through on that.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Yeah, sorry everybody about the connection. I did the best I could, but we'll get her back on the phone. I know a lot of people don't agree with with her saying that God cured her. This is, and I'm not here to Bible thump you or anything. I just know what I've seen. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Fred. I mean, like I said, I know what I've seen. I've seen unbelievably miraculous physical healings right in front of my eyes. So, and I'm not here to try to convince you of that, but to see this happen with her over and over again, okay? To see her, the doctors give her, 5% chance of surviving it, and she laughed it off. And then when they thought she had relapsed once before when she was about 13, yeah, whatever. And it didn't. They looked at the slides and the same thing. Nope, no cancer. And then when they tell her that she'll never have kids, she thought she would never be a mom. She would have to adopt. So, and all of a sudden, I have a grandson now. He's 3 years old. Little Joseph. He's awesome. So I've seen this over and over again. How things in her life, everything has been completely restored. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, she's my hero. She's the strongest person I've ever met in my life. Because for her to go through what she's gone through repeatedly, the scares, the health issues that happened after, because let's face it, and there's quite a few people in there that can understand what I'm saying. So, and Ozark will tell you the arduous amounts of medicine that gets pumped into someone dealing with cancer is unreal. Okay? It's absolutely unreal. So what the side effects from that medicine is insane. The things that it causes, the problems that can happen from that. So I mean, like I said, we have the second book in the series that we're working on, and I'm just trying to make sure she's able to call. Sorry, second here. Okay. So anyway, to see her deal with not just surviving the cancer, then all the side effects and everything that happens. Oh, the medicine's insane. Look, in 2002, a 3-day drip of methotrexate was $10,000. I say this over and over again. I can't even imagine what it must cost today. Here we go. Uh-oh. Did I lose it? No. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, Daddy hit the wrong button. Let me see if I can get her back on. Here we go. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so we can continue. I'm sure your ears were ringing. I've been bragging about you for about 5 minutes, so.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
You get the hiccups now?
No.
Okay, it sounded like you had the hiccups. Okay.
No, it's my cat.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to her earlier on the video, and she had him climbing all over her. Okay, I'm going to crank up her volume a little bit here. Okay, guys.
Sorry.
Yeah, is that okay, guys? Okay, can you keep talking so I can get a good sound here?
Can you everybody hear me?
Yeah, I think that's okay now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so talk about some of the side effects from the medicines, the things that it has caused since, when you were, told that you were free of cancer when you were younger. You went to
yeah.
about 12 years old, and then they said, yeah, you're cancer free. So, but the side effects that happened since then, talk about some of that.
They're horrible. Like, for a long time, I dealt with these, like, indescribable migraines. They called them intractable migraines. And it was caused by the cranial radiation. And what they told me is that the cap around my brain had tightened and stayed that way because when I was going through treatment, I was going through puberty, which during that time is when that cap around someone's brain is developing. And so if I'm not getting into the science of it or anything, but I dealt with those and they were just, oh my God, they were horrible. When I was about 14 or 15, I started passing out all the time and I didn't really understand why, and probably 14 to 15 times a day. And it was just all the time being in the hospital and being more like having more friends that were nurses than actual classmates and missing out on just normal teenage life. It kind of sucked. But I made the best of it, the best I could. There was a lot of meltdowns along the way. But the side effects, I guess, being told that I couldn't have children, even though I did have Joseph, but at the time, that's hard to hear as a female that, you can't have kids. And another horrible side effect is my bone density is like of an 80-year-old. So I ended up getting like all this orthodontic work and brushed my teeth and all that, great stuff. And come to find out, when you get radiation to your head, it kind of like disintegrates your bones. So all my teeth started falling out, and I'm the proud owner of like fancy pearl white dentures at the age of 26 because of that. So yeah, that was a hard hit and blow. And I don't have dental insurance, and I'm on disability because I never got a chance to go and get my license because they kind of frown upon, people having seizures behind the wheel. I get it. So, I missed out. Huh?
No, I'm just saying because I'm over here now. You guys have to understand. I'm over here smirking when she's talking about this because my daughter and I laughed through her entire treatment. Every chance we got, we laughed. We tried to laugh about everything. Just so I'm over here. I'm laughing because this is the stuff we joke about. You have to have a sick sense of humor to get through this kind of thing. So please,
you totally do.
Yeah, please understand that I'm over here laughing because this is what the book was for. We wrote the book because we wanted kids to laugh.
Yeah, like when you're going through something traumatic, sometimes the only thing that gets you through it is somebody being there to make you laugh. Just laugh, because everything else is horrible. Like there's nothing it's just horrible, and laughing can sometimes just make it all better.
Well, yeah, I remember one time we're in the hospital and we got bored, so we took every piece of paper we could find and we spent the whole day cutting up confetti because we didn't know where to buy it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Then we made that by the door, and we set it up above the door, and then you went and buzzed the nurse, and the nurse came in, and it went everywhere. Oh, my God, that was so bad. And, of course, you hit the nurse that day with the silly string. I thought that was funny. Yeah,
did you guys know that they charge your insurance double when you make sure that the whole room's sterile before a bone marrow aspiration and you spray silly string? Yeah, insurance companies did not like that. I can just tell you that. So they frown upon it. For sure.
It didn't stop
Like
us.
I waited like 15 minutes for every nurse to uncover everything, all of it, and I'm just like, I have the guns of silly string waiting. So you just have to make fun,
Well, I remember using your IV pole as a skateboard and seeing how fast you could go down the hallway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, we tried to. I mean, we were there. I mean, you were in the hospital for almost a year straight at one time. Literally, you would go home for a day and you'd end up being back there again. So
yeah, because I was actually on a clinical trial, and come to find out, I guess like there was only 5. I'm not too sure if this is correct numbers, but this is what I heard, I believe, from UCSS, that 5 out of the 300 kids that were on that trial are still living, and I'm one of them.
yeah. Well, it was so
it was
rare
shut
they didn't know
down.
what to do. Yeah.
The trial was actually shut down because they found that it was killing the children faster than the cancer was in and of itself, which is why they call them clinical trials.
Yeah. Yeah, and I believe the guy that invented that cocktail that they put together to try to save you actually forwarded the book, I believe. Wasn't your main oncologist? What's that?
I don't know. No, Dr. Griffin didn't come up with the protocol itself because protocol came out of St. Jude.
Oh, okay.
I
was going to say I was about ready to grab the book. Hey, guys, take care of that idiot in the chat. Just ban him. Just take care of him. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, my God. Yeah, we get our share of trolls. No big deal. Anyway, okay.
And I'm really open for anybody's questions, like if anybody wanted to ask me.
Yeah, anybody out there, anybody want to ask her a question, type it into the chat and I'll read it to her.
I'm like an open book.
I'm waiting. So, yeah, it'll take, there's a slight lag anyway. There's about a 20, 25-second lag between what we say and what they finally hear. So, it'll take a moment. Then, I don't know, there's probably a few of them that are kind of high, so they probably are.
No, I understand.
Okay, wait a second now. Field, oh my God, because, Field is convinced that I can control the weather with my Jewish hair. Okay, he's convinced. And he's asking if the weather control powers are hereditary. He's wondering if you can control the weather.
Why?
I don't know.
I understand the question. What?
He's asking because he believes that I can control the weather with my hair. Okay?
Okay.
And he's asking if weather controlling ability is hereditary, so he's asking you if you can control the weather.
Oh, well, I'm not biologically related, so I guess I missed out on that. But I do have, like, Mufasa hair, because my hair is really curly, and I live in Tennessee, so the humidity.
Yeah. So it's Mufasa hair?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, I'm going to ask you to elaborate on that question. Which news, when she was first diagnosed or when she got the news just recently that she was cancer-free? Which one? Are you asking whether when she first got the news when she was younger or just recently? So I'm waiting for your the recent. Yeah, Brian wants to know what was the first thought that went through your mind when you got the news that you were cancer-free.
To be honest, I saw it wasn't really a thought of words. It was my son's face, and I saw him. Like, it felt like I could see him growing up.
Yeah, I know you.
Because the past 3 weeks, like, I've honestly, like, had this just hard, battle with, continuing to keep going and parenting him like nothing's wrong. And when I first heard those words, it was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be here to watch you grow up. And I saw my son's face. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know, like, the feeling is indescribable. Like, it was definitely, it put me in my place in my confirmation on how I feel with, you know, God. And it definitely made me, you know, feel like I was closer to him and that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know you were concerned because you're probably thinking on, okay, where is my son going to go if something happens to me? I know that was going through your head.
Yeah, because if I don't think your viewers know about this, but I'm going to open up about it, if you don't mind.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about. Go for it. Because some of them,
Okay.
there's actually a few that know this, but yeah.
And please no judgment for like anything that I'm about to say, because I have gotten judged of why did you say, and that's just because I grew up in a broken home and I didn't want that for my son. But I had a husband that abused me a lot, and it was really hard. And he ended up hitting our son, and I'm sorry.
No, yeah, and I remember telling him that he's lucky he's 9 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. Where was I going with this? Because sometimes when I talk about that, I get
Yeah, I know.
overly. Sorry.
I think we were headed on the reason why you were worried about where your son was going to go.
Yes. So, he has supervised visitation.
Yes.
And because the court, long story short, my husband, now my ex-husband, kicked our son, who was 1 year old, for crying and started screaming at him to shut up. And it was my choice to either grab the .22 and shoot him in the dick or turn around and call the cops. So I took my baby and I ran and I called the cops. And he went to jail for 3 months, but they said that he still has rights, and so he gets supervised visitation with him. And so with all of that going on, it was a big stressor, because even with the supervised visit, anytime Joseph goes over there, my son has recently been diagnosed with autism, and I have been working with so many speech therapists and play therapists, and he's gotten, you know, so much better at talking, and so just he's progressed so much. And anytime he goes to his dad, he regresses, and it just gets really bad, and it's not a great environment. And so it's a worry for me. It's like, if I'm gone, you know, where is he going to truly go? And his life's going to be completely different, and nobody's going to love him like I do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just this pitiful feeling in your stomach knowing that you won't be there to watch your baby grow up.
Yeah.
And I've lost friends to cancer and watched their kids grow up in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard.
Yeah. I know it is, and that I know that was on your mind. We talked about that. I know I even talked to your mom about that too, because the times when you were in the hospital and weren't able to communicate with me, she was communicating with me. So,
yeah,
you know, but yeah, I mean that's got to be the scariest thing. I mean, you know, and that has a lot to do with why I try to eat very healthy now. Because I have young kids. You know, I started a new family and I have young kids, and I would like to be around for them. And
here lately with all the symptoms like I've been having, like I just honestly eat what sounds good.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you're not. I know, but
fridge waiting for me, so I can't really speak to that.
I know there's so many things that, you know, I guess I still eat kind of what I want. I just don't eat a lot of it, but there's certain foods I just won't touch. But like I
Yeah.
said, I'm 52. I mean, God, by the time Elijah graduates, I'm going to be, in my late 60s. Okay, hold on a second. Brian, let me answer. Okay, you didn't know what her question answer was. I'm going to tell you what her answer was because Brian has some problems hearing, so he has a speech to text thing on his phone.
Okay.
So I'll try to say this as clearly as I can. Her first thought was she finally gets to see her son grow up because she was worried she wasn't going to see her son grow up. So that was her first thought. Yeah, no, Sergeant, I am not 5,200 years old. So, yeah, they all mess with my age because I'm old as dirt. Yes. Yeah, Brian, I thought that was a beautiful thought too. Yeah, because
I can eat a Whopper and I don't gain a dimple. You can't really say that because of your age.
Oh, you got jokes now. You're gonna mess with me. Okay, you can tell she's my daughter, guys. Can you not tell she's my daughter? I mean, some people in the chat said immediately as soon as you said my choices was grab my kid and run or get my 22 and shoot him in the dick. So so the first thing Fred said was, no doubt she's your daughter.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to benefit if both parents are in jail. I mean, that sounds like horrible, but
Yeah,
it's true.
that wouldn't be good. Yeah, I know.
No.
And trust me, your
But
your mom had to talk me out of driving there. They were on the phone with me.
Heads up again. Just know, I now have an American potbelly miniature pig. So, and he gets hungry, and I can't help it.
Yeah, you have a potbelly miniature pig, and I'm a Jew who eats pork. So keep the pig away from me. Oh, God. Nope. I need you to come back to Texas and hang out down here a little bit, too.
I really do. I missed it there, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely needing to plan a trip there soon.
So when we come up to visit, what guns you want me to bring so you can shoot?
I really want to try. Well, I've heard a lot about the Judge. I want to try that.
Okay. See this? That is my daughter, guys. I'm telling you, there is no doubt she is my daughter if she wants to shoot a judge.
But I haven't.
And I'm talking about the gun called the Judge, not an actual judge in the courtroom.
I haven't felt the kickback to it. And see, I've shot the 45, I've shot a 9, and I don't know, the 45 it's a little bit heavy for my hand.
Yeah.
But when I shot, I think it was a 9. It was tiny. So
was it Troy's? Because Troy has a 9mm, I think.
No, it was a friend of ours. We went out to the shooting range, and man, that kickback, it almost snaps your hand, and you want to it's just too tiny. It's I don't know.
Well, I mean, small guns, they tend to be a little more stout because there's no weight to them.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I would be good with a 45, to be honest. Pew pew.
See, I like my 45 ACP.
Well, Joseph has his lifetime hunting and fishing license, so I better get on my courses now because.
Oh, yes, this is. You've been with him for a while now.
Yeah.
So,
No, Joseph. Joseph has a lifetime hunting and fishing license.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about because I wasn't sure.
Justin, yeah.
Okay.
Justin, well, he's gonna go shooting and fishing and hunting too. Well, maybe not hunting because let's be honest, Sam's never hunted, and I'm not gonna try to make myself sound cool and say that I have. I think the most I've hunted is a possum, and that was with my dog telling her to get it.
Okay, but he's so he's already set up though with his hunting license and everything though.
Yep, it's a lifetime and hunting and fishing, and can't wait to get him out there. So
Wow. That's just
so
awesome.
he can like take all the firearm courses, and they're complete, like they're offered,
Yeah.
and then he can learn and do all of that. And so
Okay, now I'm gonna put you on the spot here. You ready?
all right.
Okay, so this guy you've been with him for a while now. Any wedding bells in the future?
Well, I sure hope so, because we've talked about it,
Yeah.
and so I don't know.
So what I'm saying that now, this guy seems to be really cool. Like, I don't have to give him the speech or anything, right?
No.
'Cause-
He's awesome. He's set in his ways. He's stubborn sometimes. I love him to death, and Joseph loves him. It's just, I don't know. He's on me.
Oh, Greta's like, "Oh, not in public, Dad." Yes, see, they're harassing me because I'm putting you on the spot. Well, I just want to be able to perform the ceremony. That's all.
Oh, okay. No, it's like, I don't want, with everything that I've been through, like, after leaving my ex-husband, like, I went through this transformation of really just trying to find myself and who I was.
Yeah.
And then Justin came along, and, I'm not ready to, like, go and jump in and get married, but, I mean, definitely with him, I could see it, yeah.
I won't give him the speech. I know many of your boyfriends have gotten the speech from me.
You made me sound like I was just too many, like, people. Like, thanks, Dad. Air all my dirty laundry. I like the Jonas Brothers guys, by the way, too. So.
Well, I mean, I think I only scared one of them away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think no, that was the one that I met him at Starbucks, right? That was the one I made run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually ran, and it was pathetic.
He was a pansy. Just saying. Okay, I've kept you on the phone for 50 minutes now straight, or between
gosh,
video and this. So I'm gonna let you get your rest tonight.
All right, thank you.
Everybody say bye in the chat.
All right, bye guys. I enjoyed talking to everybody.
Well, hopefully, now here's the cool thing. When we come up and visit you, we're going to have to do something together up there. Okay? Where we can sit side by side and do a stream. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good for sure.
Okay. You
All
take care, sweetie.
You.
I love you too.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys. Yes, that was my daughter, and in case you came late to the stream, everyone knows that my daughter has been going through a bit of relapse hell, and she was just informed that the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma has literally disappeared. So, talk about God showing off, and I always loved it when he does. So, answer to a lot of prayers. So, yeah, I'm gonna be up there before the end of this year, and we're gonna spend some time up there, and I'll have some video of me and Samantha doing some shooting up there, which will be funny. But yeah, I'm really stoked about it. Cannot wait. I don't get a whole lot of time. She lives 9.5 hours away from me. She's right next to Jackson, Tennessee, so she's in that area. We'll just say that. I'm not going to tell you exactly where she is, but she's in that area. So anyway, I didn't even think I was going to be able to do a stream tonight if I didn't have her on, because I've been so ecstatic and just can't wait, to I was telling everybody in the Discord this morning, and just, jumping out of my shoes. And I couldn't wait to talk about it. So I said, well, there's no way I'm going to talk about anything else tonight. So I just, I had to call her up and say, you need to come on the stream. So we tried to set it up. She has really bad internet service in her area where it's just not a good signal. So trying to do video was really tough. I knew it was going to be spotty, but guys, I'm not going to go into any break or anything today. What I will do, let me do this, guys. I'll take one phone call. Yeah, I'm as happy as a kid in a candy store with a fistful of quarters. Yeah, or I'm as happy as I put it this way. I'm 10 times happier than Steve in a gun store with $1,000. Okay, that's how happy I am. 10 times happier than Steve in a gun store with $1,000. Okay, that's pretty happy. So, you guys, if you want to call in, I got time for one phone call. There is the number. How's it going, Toxic? I know we had a bunch of people come in. Yeah, it's awesome news, Toxic. And, I love hearing my daughter talk about guns. Just makes me laugh. Because I just, when you're in my family, you just learn about guns. It's funny you say that, Ozark, because my daughter and I are not blood related. I adopted her, okay? But when I adopted her, and I'll tell you what my prayer was after I adopted her, I begged God, I got on my knees and I begged God that her blood would contain my DNA. I met her when she was 6 years old, okay? So when it was funny because after I did that prayer, we would start to look in the mirror and we would compare facial features and we have the same nose. Yeah, exactly. Hello, you're on the air.
No, first off, God bless and hallelujah.
Yes.
And second, I thought you were a Texan.
What about?
How is it that she has a boyfriend who currently has no bullets in his kneecaps?
Because he's a good guy. He stuck by her through all this and has been a really good guy. No, it was the last one.
Well, what does that have to do with your aim?
Oh, my God. Hey, guys, no more phone calls. This is the last one. So.
Oh, well, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I just wanted to joke.
Oh, you just wanted to joke? Okay. Yeah. Well, I have to say there are kind of many would-be suitors that got chased off. I know I got to be the worst dad in the world. This is why when my wife and I decided to have kids, my wife wanted a daughter, and I prayed. I'm like, no, please, no. I would like to not be in jail when they graduate. I would like to not be in jail because I said if I have a daughter, that's it. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how many times I said, oh my God, I'm going to go to jail because I'm going to kill this guy. It's just terrible. I mean, oh my God, for all the dads out there that have daughters, I don't know how you do it, because my daughter was, like I said, would-be suitors. Yeah, Sergeant. I think it's in our DNA to do that. I mean, there was one, and we were laughing about it tonight, that she wanted me to meet this guy, and we met at Starbucks, and that he ran. I mean, I looked him square in the eyes, and with the straightest face I could possibly Oh, sorry, Greta. I looked this guy straight in the face, and I mean, look, I can act mean when I have to, okay? So I looked this guy in the face and I said, look, buddy, I know you're interested and you want to date my daughter. That's fine. You have my blessings. Date her, okay? So, that being said, if you ever harm one hair on her, I want you to understand, I have 1,600 acres, a shotgun, and a shovel, and I know how to use all three. And they'll never find your body. We have plenty of hogs. The look on this guy's face, because I said it as straight as I could say it. And yeah, and every guy is like that with their daughter. Let's see, Mr. was saying, when you have a daughter, you start on the point that no man will ever be good enough for them. Yeah, absolutely. It's awful. Yeah, Boulder. Yeah. I just can't. Yeah. No one's good enough for my daughter. Because that girl, let me tell you something. And here's how I see it. And I'll do this and I'll end the show. Here's how I see it. My daughter has fought through so much and proved what a strong person she was, that if I even sense that a man is interested in her and he's some sort of weenie, feminine little turd, I am going to make sure he runs for the hills, because that little feminine little turd doesn't deserve to be anywhere near my daughter. So if you're going to get past me and want to be with my daughter, you better be a man. You not this little, like I said, leftist feminine little. I could think of a couple of names, but I'm going to be nice. You're just, no, because that, like I said, that girl is so strong. She's my hero. That girl is so strong. What she has gone through from the time she was 9 years old until now. She is 26 years old now. Yeah, Boulder, yeah, she's not going to date soy. And they better have a damn spine, because they don't make women, not too many women on the face of the earth are as sassy as my daughter. I raised her. I know. Soy chugging rich sissy boys. Oh my God, that is a sad world. Yeah, everything, they're coddled. Everything is given to them. They don't know what it's like to work for anything. I've got nothing for them. Whatever. So, anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it at that. We're on an hour. I'm going to actually end the show on time, which is good. I'm kind of excited about that. I like ending the show on time. Like I said, guys, this was last minute to get my daughter on, and we really, I just wanted to get her on, and I said, look, if we can't get the video to work right, we'll just go to the phone call. We probably should have started with the phone call, but I just, like I said, I wanted to see my daughter. I didn't want to talk to her on the phone. I wanted to see my daughter. I don't get to see her but a couple of times a year, if that. So, guys, guess what? It's that time. Thank you so much for the super chat, Greta. I really appreciate that. My favorite Hawaiian always supports me in every way. And I'll have my daughter back on. But, next time we won't be talking about cancer. We'll talk about something else. She's got a brain. And I'm very proud of her, as you can tell, guys. Very, very proud of her. Oh, Pastor, yeah, definitely. We'll do that. Hey, Flo Rider, please tell me you heard the news before. When did you get into the stream? Did you hear the news about my daughter, Flo? Please tell me you heard the news. Flo? You still here, buddy? Oh, my daughter is cancer-free, buddy. Two doctors had diagnosed her, and now they're saying it has literally disappeared in her body with no treatment. Every test and slide they looked at concluded she had it. And now 3 days ago, they said no, and she's gone to other specialists. They're like, no, you don't have it. Yes, God is awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely, Flo. That's why I titled this stream, I love it when God shows off. So, yep. Just, I can't begin to tell you how happy I am. I was crying when I got the news. My daughter, like I said, my daughter is my hero. She's the strongest person I've ever met in my life. I've never seen anyone fight what she's fought for all these years. Constantly having these medical issues, and she just wins. Thank God. Thank God. Well, I'm glad you're here, Flo. Yeah, everybody have a great night. And guys, if you still want to get your videos in, please get them in by Friday night. Okay, get them in by Friday night, and that's for the Saturday fights. Remember, the subject is, who works harder for the household? The man or the woman? 2-minute argument. Send it in to my email. Everything's in the show notes, guys. Everything's in the show notes. Elf the Cyborg Beer, you're welcome. Tyler, you missed it. My daughter is cancer-free, buddy. If you're going to be in Discord, I'll talk to you guys there. Yeah, I'm going to go to Discord. Remember, tomorrow night, cigar stream. Later.